So we're here in Newfoundland. When I was here a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, I think, I walked into your shop, Maurice, and I saw these banners hanging about the National Skill Trades Competition. And your students have been winning every single year since 2018. So what are your secrets?
No secrets, just training and dedication from the students. We have some people from the industry who competed. The first couple of years, we've had people that were from our classroom, from the class itself, that actually competed. The past 2 or 3 years now, we've had somebody from industry, an apprentice. But that's a lot of it. It's just dedication to it and training. That's what we do.
Am I right in that this is the only college in the province that has the rack?
Refrigeration. Well, it's Academy Canada started a couple of years ago. They're teaching a 9-month program, but we're the only program, the only college that has a program where we do the advanced as well. So the advanced students in the blocks and the levels, we do that here as well, besides a 9-month program.
So as a part of it, then like you get to pick the best students. Because I think you said the waiting list was like 80 people long. 80
Yeah, it's a 2-year wait list right now to get into our program.
So is part of the success then you have a really good crop of students to pick from, and then you train them well, and then they go on to.
Yeah, I think what it is like we be able to recognize the students that really excel at it. It's like anything else you go into. You're going to have people that really excel at the programs. Some people that struggle a little bit, but typically the top 5, that's where we get our competitors from. And they have a genuine interest in it, and they don't mind putting the training in time on the weekends and the after school, that type of thing. They don't mind doing it. So I think that's where it comes from.
You know, a lot of colleges would be envious of your track record. Do you have any advice for them?
Get better like us.
But how? That's the thing, because like I think the part of the thing is it's like riding a bicycle. It's hard to explain to someone how to do it. You just know how to do it. You've been doing it for a long time, Maurice. I know you've been training students here for a long time. So there might be things that like you do by second nature that like other people don't know about. Do you have any advice for people like that who are teaching courses like this and students across the country?
The thing is with the skills kind of it's a little bit different, because even some of the projects they're doing at those at the competition level, they're hard, they're difficult. I mean, I'd be hard pressed, and I talked to the judges myself who are like my counterparts in other provinces. They said they wouldn't want to do it. Yeah. So I mean, what it comes down to is how dedicated your competitor is, right? And the relationship we got with each other as trainers. They know that we're looking out for their well-being. They also want to win. And that's the bottom line. They put a lot into it, and picking those students. We've had them in the past where the students the competitors made to come by, and they didn't really put a lot of time into it. But in the past few years, we really focused on that, and we pressed. Now, if you're going to compete, we need you to dedicate the time. I think that's a lot of it, and you get somebody who really wants to do it. And then you just connect with them. You provide the materials you need to do the training. Quebec is a big competitor. They do a lot of training. They also have lots of money, right? But they do a lot of training, and it shows when they're at competitors. It's probably one of our biggest competitors out of Quebec. Right? Be honest with you, right? Yeah. But no, we've done really, real well the last 7 years. Really well.
And so, how does it begin internally? Does every student get a chance to?
Anybody. We like right now we're putting it out for I believe it's March. It's a provincial competition, so we'll put it out on our Facebook group. We'll advertise it. Anybody's interested, they're more than welcome to register. And then they'll compete provincially. The winner of provincial is given the opportunity then to represent the province at the national level. And this year it's going to be in Toronto. Last year was in Regina, but they and it's good in a way with regards to the students that are coming in, first-year students competing, because it looks great on the resume. If we get four guys that compete, that's typically what we have, 4 or 5 fellows that compete. Well, somebody's going to get a bronze, somebody's going to get a silver, somebody's going to get the gold. I think the gold will represent us at the national level. But either way, it's good that way. And everybody who's done the competition, they came back and said, this was a great experience. He says, a phenomenal experience. I really enjoyed it, right? And that's why we try to encourage everybody to compete. Get a lot of, especially when you got a competitor like we have right now, who's won 4 medals in a row and 3 of them are gold, and then it gets a bit intimidating. But we get guys that will compete, and I expect we're going to get that this year as well. So they'll do the provincial, and then whoever wins that will go on to the nationals.
And a large part of this is also meeting other students and other apprentices in other parts of the country.
Oh my God, yeah.
Learning from them.
Yeah. And that's one thing about with Devin Owens is our competitor now. He's a bit of a veteran there now.
Yeah.
And a lot of the younger guys go to him, and the information is shared easily, right? That's one thing I found about it. And last year, he won the gold. The year before that, he won the silver. But you can see the camaraderie between the guy that won the gold from Nova Scotia. Like they have a good relationship with each other. All of them do. And for example, last year from Regina didn't have a flaring tool, or sorry, a sway jerk.
Wow.
And he went to Devin and asked him, "Can we borrow yours? Is that okay? You have no problem loaning to another competitor." Devin's take it. So that's what it's about, right? That's what it's really about, the competitive. And it's high level competition.
Yeah.
Really high level, right?
Yeah. And I think it's very emblematic of our trade is that you learn, like you said, not just competing against each other, but competing with other people.
Yep,
right?
exactly.
And you kind of learn
and I think that's the big message that comes out of the Skills Canada competitions. It's all about learning, right? And it's a big learning experience. Even guys that are like I said, our competitor now, he's fourth year apprentice, a lot of experience, right? And he's finding something new every time he competes, right? And it challenges him, right? If you're running into trouble, it challenges him. And one thing it does teach him is time management, because it's compressed. You have 11 hours to build this big project. You got to haul butt, right? You really do. And you can't waste any time. Every move you got to count. And that's a lot of it too. So it's not only just the knowing your skill level, you also had to manage your time really, really well. It's 9 times out of 10, you probably only make 4 systems, get their systems started and commission. The rest of them don't even get to that level to get it started. That's time management is a big one on that. And a small mistake can set you back. Right. And it is a competition.
Yes. And also knowing how to bounce back from mistakes, knowing you know, how to push yourself.
Exactly. And that's the biggest part right there. Knowing that when you do run into trouble, step back, take a breath, and go back with a different attitude. Don't fall apart. And that's the big thing. That's one thing I always train our guys to do. Listen, if you run into trouble, don't let it ruin your whole day. Make sure you step back a bit, think about it to different perspectives, because we're not allowed to talk to them. We can't coach them as they're competing. That's a no-no. So they got to figure it out. Right? They really have to do some analysis on things, make sure it's going to work. Right?
So what has winning the competition done for your program?
Got us more money. Recognition more than anything else, I think.
Yeah.
Programs really got an eye. I think it's got something to do with our enrollment. That's why we got a 2-year wait list in a lot of cases. People recognize it as a really good program. And it says a lot when you have 7 banners in 7 years in a row from your ceiling of your lab. People look at it, but the program must be doing something right. And that's what I think it comes down to. That's what's bonuses for Skills Canada for us. Right?
Do you know if your curriculum is significantly different than, let's say, other?
No, strangely enough, it's not. Well, Atlantic has a harmonized program anyway.
Yeah.
But when we're competing with other parts of the country, the curriculum does tie in. Right, I got to say, I don't know how they're doing it in, say, Ontario and British Columbia, but when we look at the skill set, it's the same. Right, the exact skill. You still have to know how to braze. You know how to do proper technique. You don't do piping. All those skill sets are the same across the board. Yeah. Right. So I'm assuming somewhere around the curriculum it's similar. In Atlantic Canada, it's the same everywhere because of the harmonization went in 2020 or 2022. Everything is our course outline here. Nova Scotia is teaching the same one, so is PEI, New Brunswick. That in Atlantic Canada has that advantage too as well. But the skill set, no, it's pretty much the same.
Last question. So if you're a student, if I'm a student thinking about entering a skills set competition, what advice do you have for me?
Oh, that's a good question. Be willing to put the time in if you want to compete. Be willing to learn, right? And have some confidence in yourself. And that's the biggest advice I would give a student. But the biggest one, be dedicated. And because it takes a lot of time to get to that skill level. It really does. And when you're competing against the best in Canada, you better be on your game. Okay?
Yeah, and I imagine this kind of training for this kind of competition will also give you the skills you need to learn lifelong.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's not just about the skill set itself. It's about skill development. It's about personal achievement. And that's what it's about.
Self-mastery.
Exactly. Right? And that's when you come into there, you can, even if you don't win,
yes,
the fact that you competed against the best in Canada and you competed is a big deal, right? I always talk like it's a Junos of the skills, right? The Juno Awards of the skills, right? Yeah. So no, that's everybody's been there. Like just to compete at that level is a huge achievement, really big.
I don't know. I don't think any other college has had as much success as you have had with your
Well, not to my knowledge.
in any trade.
No,
Even.
no,
Not just
not like
refrigeration.
no, not like ours. I don't think any trade has scored 7 consecutive medals 7 years in a row, right? And you know, so you had to check with Skills Canada. But I've been involved 10 years, and to my knowledge,
Same.
no.
Hit me. As far as I followed it, I don't think so. But
Mm,
thanks, Maurice.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
no sweat.